All right. Welcome to the Phoenix 2020 Live NASCAR Chat with Hamm The Engine Man. And we got Beer Man.
How y'all doing?
And I am DHammiam.
Woo!
AKA Mrs. Hamm.
If you don't know me, my name is David Hamm. I'm a 25-year engine builder in NASCAR and recently retired last April, retired from NASCAR. And I was also a 7-year jackman and I own a Hammscapes landscaping equipment repair service and also a radio personality, I guess you could say, right here on WAME 92.9 and 550. And thanks to Billy Buck for letting us use this studio.
Yes, sir.
What a great radio station. We're getting ready to move to the Clock Tower building in downtown Statesville.
Downtown Statesville.
Man, that's going to open up for so many great things. We're going to have a nice NASCAR backdrop in here.
Yeah.
In there.
A stage.
We can even have people come in and
come
in and watch.
Yeah. Yes.
Get up
an
on
audience.
Yeah, we can get up on have a band up on the stage.
Yeah. And
when we take a break, have them play a song.
And sign autographs.
How about that?
Yeah, we can sign autographs.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think there? I am TM.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She says, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah.
All right. So how's the sound for everybody? I mean, we've got these microphones now. We're gonna have a call in, maybe two.
But nobody's responded.
So we're gonna maybe have a couple of call ins, but
we're trying something new.
Yeah, we're gonna get Tom to call in, but I think he's not gonna be able to do it. He says,
Tom.
He's gonna be in his shop. He can't hear.
Yeah. All right. Your rat says it sounds good. What do you think there, Scott?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
good.
What I'm going to go over today, second of all, is Joey Logano wins half the races.
What's your headline for this week?
Joey Logano wins half the races in the 2020 NASCAR.
Your headline?
In 2020.
Joey Logano flexes muscle.
Okay.
That's my headline.
That's Scott's headline.
What do you think? What was your headline?
I'm going to go over the...
I'm with him.
Yes, there you go.
Are you sure your headline wouldn't be Scott?
I'm going to go over...
a great time in the Tiki Bar yesterday watching the race?
Yes.
That would probably be your headline.
Right.
Yes, because we had a good time. Okay.
Yeah, we did. It was...
wonderful.
Yes, wonderful.
That was a good time. So I'm going to go over the finishing order, rundown of the race, the NASCAR Cup Xfinity Truck Series news, announcements, so on and so forth. Q&A, we'll have that Q&A, and we'll have a call in, and we're going to do some cold beer, warm beer, some point standings, and Hamm's Hanky. I don't know if I really have a Hamm's Hanky this time, but then we're going to do a new segment, NASCAR History Bio. We're actually going to talk about the old Holman and Moody legendary race team.
Ford.
And I've got a book here to show. Now I've got a book here that shows actually shows Tracy's dad was worked at Home and Movie, and so did Robert Yates.
See,
Dad's mentioned him there a couple times. He actually interviewed him for the book.
So I've been hanging out with a celebrity this whole weekend.
And your grandfather.
And the weekend before.
Yes, and I didn't realize my grandfather was called a different name than what I knew him by.
There you go.
Willie,
he was
right?
called Willie.
Yep. Do you remember what his real name was? I mean, his
William.
Actual. Okay.
William.
So when he was young, in his younger days, I guess they called him Willie.
We called him Bill.
We're in the race shops. Okay.
So would that make you a new Willie Byron fan?
Well,
I think
maybe not.
William Byron.
So hit that subscribe and hit that bell notification. So whenever we go, whenever we go live, you'll see that we're actually live. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter.
Come on, everybody that I text.
DHammiam.
Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It's really cool.
And
stay up with David.
Yeah, and you can also check out DHammiam.com. That's where you can find the links to all of my different social media.
That's right.
And the podcast would be Hamm The Engine Man. So if you're driving down the road and you don't want to you're not able to watch the video, you can listen to it on the podcast.
That's right.
Also check out our NASCAR Country page on Facebook and on Twitter.
And Big David Hamm did the Country Ham Jam this afternoon.
Oh yeah, did you get to listen?
Yeah, baby, that's cool. I love your commercials, man. You do a great job on commercials. If I still own a business, dude, I would be having you do my commercial.
You got to hear it 3 times in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
right.
Your new Delaney's commercial are awesome. And drink special. I'm like, is that David Hamm?
I was trying to do a little bit of an Irish accent.
You know? Yeah. That one too. You got a good one.
And I mentioned Good Day Mates.
Yeah, that's not Irish.
Well, you know.
Okay, you can fake it.
It's close enough.
Okay. We're here to talk about NASCAR. Go ahead.
All right. The top 10 finishing order at Phoenix. This just happened yesterday as we were hanging out at the Fifth Creek Tiki Bar.
Fifth Creek.
That's right. Was
famous too.
Yes. Joey Logano finished first. Kevin Harvick second. Kyle Busch third. Kyle Larson, Clint Boyer, Kurt Busch, and then Chase Elliott was seventh. Eric Almirola eighth. Cole Custer 9th, and William Byron 10th, and that was 5 Fords, 1 Toyota, and 4 Chevys.
Where does JGR, the Toyota camp, go?
Right. Yeah.
One Toyota.
1 Toyota.
Oh, one Toyota.
In the top
Oh,
10.
no good.
And that was
That's
it,
no good, one Toyota.
I guess.
Oh, coronavirus, maybe, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, but 5 Fords in the top 5, bro.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
Short
right.
track. That's the 750 horse package. Half the downforce. That was the 2018 package. So I thought it was a pretty good race. Those restarts were like on fire.
I like the way the cars can get loose and then they can straighten themselves back out pretty much. There wasn't just like a wreck fest.
I'm on
They were actually able to race. All right, so Rachel says, yes, Ford victory. Cheers to Joey Logano.
fire. Yes. Flexing that muscle.
Paul Rodriguez says, see the winning car numbers this season.
And Paul Wolf. How about Paul Wolf, man? You know, I think this whole trade crew chief swap makes Roger Penske look like a genius.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that before the season started, and I figured that was going to be Roger Penske knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. They don't call him the captain for nothing. You know that.
That's right. William Byron was the fastest in the first practice. Chase Elliott was fastest in the second practice. Truex started from the back due to an engine change. John Hunter Nemechek started from the back due to a radiator change.
Man, hold on. My boy JH was running up front all the day long.
Yeah, he was right there.
Yeah, always on that top 20, 15. You know, he was getting up there and then something happened again, right?
He was right there in 5th toward the end of the race, right? And then what happened to him, though? I forgot.
They were 5 wide there at the end.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were, and that's what Scott mentioned that too. We're like, man, look at that.
We were 5 wide at the tiki bar too, weren't we?
Yep, pretty much. That was a good time. So, yes. So, you know what's cool about Scott's Tiki Bar? And I took a video, and I need to post it somewhere, I guess. But you can look, and that's the first time I noticed it. You can stand there on the Tiki Bar, beside the Tiki Bar, and you can see the sun going down over here, and then you look this way, and there's a row of trees that light up from the sun. It's like looking at the sunrise and the sunset, but it's like the perfect.
Pretty awesome.
At the top of the hill there, or a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on top. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So, man.
Especially after 29 beers, man, it was right on.
Yeah, did you hear the song I played this evening? It was 15 beers, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So, I should have mentioned you after playing that song, but I thought about it, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. All right. So, but I said, if I got 15 beers, then I'd be drinking them in my sleep at that point.
You'd be passed out.
Yeah, I would be. Chase Elliott started on the pole. By lap 58, Ricky Stenhouse wrecked.
Again.
Yeah, by 66. Yeah, he has been wrecking a lot. By 66, Denny Hamlin got into Brad Keselowski. Ryan Blaney got into Hamlin.
Again.
And Ryan broke his upper control.
The 11 car. Oh, excuse me. I wonder if they're going to have a little video in the grocery store here in Mooresville. You know, carts with Ryan Blaney and Brad K.
Yeah.
That was a shame right there.
Okay. Do a parody of that.
That was a.
Yeah, what a joke.
That made us.
Because
just think what's going to happen. But that's okay. Go ahead.
Break an ankle or something?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. And then I saw Chip Ganassi got pretty upset over that.
Oh, yeah. That was a big thing last week.
Yeah. He tweeted.
Oh, yeah. You heard about it?
Yeah, I heard about it. I saw it on Twitter.
You think it was funny?
I didn't think it was funny.
Okay.
I can't stand when people do that to me. I'm going in the grocery store and I don't like it when somebody bumps the back of my knee either. When you're standing up somewhere. Well, I already go off on somebody if they do that to me because you could break a kneecap or something.
And Stenhouse took the video, so it was all supposed to be a big joke. But,
right.
So we'll see what happens this week at Harris Teeter down there and it's a 28 somewhere around there.
$1 million foot.
I guess you're telling me I can't do that anymore.
No. Negatory. Especially not at our age. So, yeah, so Kevin Harvick in the lead. Harvick, stage 1 winner. LaJoy speeding off pit road to the rear.
To the rear.
After lap 131, Austin Dillon hits the wall. Joey Logano.
Remember that? That was a good-looking car he tore up.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, that's what you were saying during the race. It was.
Yeah. Sweet-looking black 3, man.
Yeah.
For sure. But it looked better when it hit the wall.
Yeah. Joey Logano, penalty, uncontrolled tire.
Yes. And that was the turning point for Joey Logano.
Yeah.
He could have gone down or kept going, but he fought back.
He had a ball of fire in him right after that.
He had some fire.
And also,
he had some fireball?
Well, no, the way that he and Brad Keselowski were racing each other.
Oh, yeah. That's
Tom
two
says
cups.
he just tried to call in.
Oh, he did? Well, hey, Tom, try again.
Try again. This
Forget-
time
I
I'll
was-
be able to watch the phone.
I was supposed to let you know when to call in. That way I would know when to hit the buttons, dude.
Kind of thought he wasn't going to.
Yeah, that's what the word we got. You weren't going to call in.
We're
So
too
what-
busy talking about beer.
Tracy asked the question. Yeah, probably.
River wants to know, what do you think about the moving numbers on the cars?
That's who we should get to call in, River Rat, and tell us about his experience in Richmond.
Yeah.
With the
Moving numbers.
climbing the wall.
You need to get in touch with him.
Okay. All right. So what was the question there, River Rat?
What do y'all think about moving the numbers around on the cars?
Moving the teams, the crew chiefs, and the what do you mean, the crew members?
At Penske?
Well, honey, I'm just reading his thread.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what you mean by moving
Yeah.
the numbers around. I think he's talking about.
Perhaps placement of the cars?
I'm assuming. What do y'all think about the moving the numbers around on the car? I think he's talking about moving the crews from one car to another. I actually thought that was a great idea.
Absolutely, where we're at. That's what we're talking about.
When the teams are together like
With
that for,
Penske.
3 years, whatever, things just kind of become like, very monotonous, I guess you could say. But
Yeah,
it
you
gives
took
them,
your sunglasses off.
Yeah, and
kind
see.
of like, yeah, they're good. It's kind of like giving them a fresh start. And I said that from the beginning of the season. I thought it was going to be a really good fresh start for their teams. So Tom Robinson, give us a call. We're going to do a
He
call.
got done, so he can call.
So River Rat's actually talking about car numbers, so I'm not really sure about all that. That usually doesn't work too good. I mean, NASCAR keeps up with the car numbers.
Right, yeah. But they swapped them around. I think that's what he's talking about.
Well, I don't know. He says car numbers, so the actual numbers. So so no, White Bear says, do not change the numbers, leave them on the door. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about changing them. All right, explain what you're talking about, River Rat. I have not seen anything about them changing the car numbers. I guess he's talking about where they put them. Okay, there we got the call in.
Hey,
All right, there we go, Mr. Tom. Can you hear us?
What's up, Tom? I'm good. Good.
hey, Tom, how you doing, buddy? How's the weather up there?
So Tom's up there in Indiana. You're in Linton, correct, or Lyons?
Lions.
Okay.
Hey, here you. You getting ready for that 4th of July race? There you go. You getting ready for that 4th of July race up there in Indy?
Oh,
I hear smoke. Yeah, I hear smoke's getting ready to run the Xfinity race on Saturday, so that's going to be a great little. That's right. Oh yeah.
so if you can hear Tom on YouTube, tell us. Well, actually, I can just turn my phone up, but I was trying not to do that. Tracy, turn your phone up, see if you can hear, because
It'll echo in the mic one.
well, yeah, don't
So
do
we
it.
have our sharp.
Said one comment said they couldn't hear, but
They can't hear Tom.
We have our intern Jana Trevison working today.
okay, Jenna, can you hear
She's
Tom?
giving us thumbs up here.
Okay, we cannot hear Tom. Well, they can't hear you on the computer apparently, so I'm not sure what's going on. But I guess we can relay if you have a question or anything, we can relay that, I suppose. Yeah. One way or the other, yes. So. Yeah. All right, so Tom's talking about the curving in the engines where you can adjust the torque curve on the NASCAR racing engines, and you can adjust that to get more torque coming off the corners. So basically, you can adjust the cam timing in the engine, and that will increase the torque. But when you increase the torque, then you tend to lose horsepower. But on a track like Phoenix, you kind of need a little bit of both. But the torque coming off the turns is really good to have. So maybe that's going to be the way that this new package works with the Fords. Maybe they got more torque than the Toyotas have. Toyotas could be going what we used to do in the past was always go for the big numbers on the dyno, the big horsepower numbers. But we would struggle at places like even Martinsville. We didn't win a race at Martinsville ever until Penske come along. So think about those things. Maybe that's good for the Fords for this year.
There you go.
All right. Well, I guess since I'm gonna have to work on this deal where they can't hear you talking, Tom. I don't know why you can't hear on the video because I actually had Tracy call in before, and I could hear her when we replayed the video. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we'll get that figured out one of these days. I'm pretty sure we can. Whenever I do the replay on the video, they'll be able to hear. But you know what? Whenever I replay it, we'll be able to hear Tom. But anyway. All right. Well, thanks so much for. Hey, thank you, buddy.
See us, Tom.
There you go.
All right. Bye-bye.
That's Tom from Indiana, everybody.
All right. So, when we replay the video, we'll be able to hear
We
Tom.
almost got it figured out.
Yep.
Ham,
One
I
step
got nothing to
closer.
do with
Working
it.
on it.
All right, where we at on the race?
All right. So the rundown, we're back to, let's see. William Byron was the fastest in first practice. I think I already read that.
We read Denny Hamlin in the wall.
Denny Hamlin, let's see. Kevin Harvick was in the lead. Kevin Hart won stage 1. Let's see. Joey Logano had the uncontrolled tire. That's when we started talking about it. So Garrett Smitley with a blown engine in 190. Brad Keselowski rebounds from the crash with Hamlin wins stage 2. Let's see. Brad Keselowski continues to lead. Tyler Reddick cut a tire. Joey Logano takes the lead. Chris Buescher wrecked it with 32 to go. Brad Keselowski leads. And that's whenever Brad and Joey started kind of battling a little bit, but then Joey ended up passing by him. He resumed the lead with 19 laps to go. Ross Chastain was sub-driver for Ryan. He spun out with 9 laps to go and got in a coal custer bumped from behind by William Byron, apparently. And that's what happened. Spun out, 3 to go, John Hunter Nemechek and Ricky Stenhouse. Yeah, right there.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what that was too, but yeah. It's like, oh man, he has had such a good run going too. So Joey Logano won in overtime, the first repeat winner of 2020. So he's won half the races now. His second win at the 25th, his 25th of his Cup career.
25 races.
Yes.
Good stuff for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Corey LaJoie ran 6 laps of the race with no brakes.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. So the 22 team, the Penske Ford Performance Mustang marks the 200th overall win for Ford FR9 engine in NASCAR's top 3 series.
Wow.
So,
there we go. That's
you know,
a big milestone.
It is. Whenever I hear that stuff, I'm like, oh man, I missed another milestone. But you know,
That's okay. You got plenty of rings.
yeah, that's true.
A dozen.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
build
it doesn't.
a bigger house for all your rings.
Yeah, well, I saw that some of the guys down at Robert Yates Racing Engines got the little glass case to put the rings in. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm friends with them on Facebook too.
I saw one and I was like, oh man, it would have held all
I don't know
12.
if I should say his name or not.
Well, Lance.
Lance.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Terrell.
Lance Terrell, yeah. Yep. Okay, so after Tech, Logano is the winner. Logano had 1 lug nut loose with a fine. So Larson's car to R&D just to review for trends. There were 20 lead changes, which is more than double for the 2019 race among 7 drivers. So, okay, so that was it was a good race, I thought.
It's an awesome track. What they did by flipping the start-finish line on the backside of the track and then putting all the stands, get them out of the sun. And like you and I are watching, coming off the turn 3 and 4, they're up high and they dive down low, going across the start-finish line and back up the hill.
Oh, yeah.
What a great race.
Yeah.
Too bad it wasn't right around the corner because I know you and I and all of us would be going, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We go sit on Rattlesnake Hill.
Everybody, there you
Tell
go.
UPS bye-bye.
Which apparently,
Yeah.
Rattlesnake Hill apparently is owned by some kind of Indian tribe.
Yeah.
And the way that they were able to use Rattlesnake Hill was to tell them that they would sell tickets. And I guess they're giving the money to the tribe.
The tribe could sell tickets.
We just make sure guys bring plenty of cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
And iced tea.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that track's making the money off of that somehow. So having people sit up there watching the race. But anyway, they're okay. So some of the NASCAR Xfinity, what?
I was going to answer Rachel's question.
Oh, go ahead. Answer Rachel's question.
No, David has not been back.
Back to Phoenix since.
No, back to work.
Back to work. No. All right. So
I've been to Yates lately.
have you been back to Yates? No, you know what? I haven't been back there since I left.
Not once.
Not even once. I
He's a
thought,
traitor.
well,
We got to go by Front Row Motorsports over there, which is the old Sapco building.
oh, yes, for sure.
Team Sapco, that would be a lot of fun.
I have been in there one time. I had to go work on some of the engines.
We'll go see Mike Modal
Yeah.
and the whole gang over there. There's a bunch of them still.
Yes, I went in there and I was working on David Reagan's car, and he come up. This was right after he got in that wreck where he had the sparks thrown in all over. Anyway, talked to him for a little bit, but the shop looked a lot different. I mean, it was like they moved some walls, and it was neat walking around there and looking to see what it looked like.
Oh, I bet.
And,
Yeah.
you know, of course, it all looked a little bit smaller, but that's just the way it is always. All right, some NASCAR Xfinity Cup and Truck Series news. The new condensed 6-day schedule for 2021 Speed Weeks at Daytona. Yes, so
Speed Week now.
Speed Week. Yes, no longer Speed Weeks.
The Busch Clash will be running on the road course.
Yes,
Oh, my
3.56
goodness.
mile road course.
So we're going to have 2 Roval on the circuit next year, 2021.
Right, yes, it'll be that and Charlotte Road
Two.
Race. Yep.
A little
Get
bit,
your Roval on, everybody.
Yes.
a little bit of useless knowledge.
What's that?
Talking about engines.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know you've got one in the Hall of Fame?
Which Hall of Fame?
NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Do I?
You do, right?
I don't know.
One that you built?
I know there's one in the museum at Roush. Roush, yeah. I know that. I guess there's one in the Hall of Fame.
I thought there
sure
was.
there
I may have-
It says for it. I thought you saw yours.
I may have said that. I may have seen it. I don't even remember now, to be honest. When I
David
go
used to
back,
sign his engines.
yeah, I just put a DH on the front. We all did that. We put a little DH on the front of it. So there's an engine in Roush
Everybody
Museum.
put DH.
That's a pretty cool, useless piece of knowledge.
Yes.
You signed your engines, bro?
Yeah,
That is cool.
Yes.
yeah. That way we would know. I mean, if
Like an
something
engraver
happened.
or a welder?
No. It's a Sharpie actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. That way, if anything happened.
Why not? It's cheap, right?
Yeah. If the tuner's at the track and he says, "Hey, we got this issue. What's up?" You know, if we can get the call or the text or whatever.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
real cool stuff.
Yes, and then in the later years, we just took a paint pen and marked, and whatever color paint pen we used was
Your
That was
coat.
our-
Your coat.
right. Yep, that's right.
That's cool.
Mine was the red. So
We never knew that.
There you go.
Thank you there.
that's right. But there was an engine there in the Rouse Museum too that the car had done like multiple flips at Talladega, I believe it was, and it was that 60 car, and it's there and it's all jacked up like this, and then you can see my V8s down in the engine bay.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Tuesday is the Busch Clash, the 3.56 mile road course.
Tuesday will be the Busch Clash, everybody.
Yeah, and then instead of a Saturday.
So we already got our tickets and camping because we re-upped when we went down there last year. I was with my beautiful wife, Jan, knows about that. But yeah,
Camping for 2 weeks.
It doesn't look like
no,
it.
we're not camping only for 1 week now. So you start drinking on Tuesday.
Does it have the price?
Half the price. I wonder if it's going to be at nighttime or it's going to be at daytime. Tuesday race.
Let's see.
It's got to
here.
be prime time.
It will be right under the lights.
Under the lights. Wow, they're going to light up.
Tuesday. Right up the
Wow.
infield. That's going to be big. Like,
It's going to be, yes.
Hey, Dave, there's a question.
okay.
Question.
Okay, so somebody says they're a Kosowski fan. Do you think the crew swap that Penske did ruined the team chemistry?
Absolutely not. That was the best thing they've done so far. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that was the best thing to do.
I know Brad may not be showing some of the results, but I think they're still pretty strong as a team whole and all. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I do too. And I mean, here's the deal. Over at Penske, I've had to go in there, I mean, probably 10, 15 times every year. And those guys they're all working side by side. I mean, you'll have the 2 cars sitting here, and then you'll have the 22 sitting right beside it, and then you'll have the 12 car right over here. So I mean, they're all together. They have their team meetings. The crew chiefs are all talking to each other. So I mean, you know, it's all good. It's not like they're working with strangers whenever they did this swap. And I think it was good, like basically like a shot in the arm for the team, you know, to kind of give them something different, give
In
them
the butt.
some excitement to look
Well,
forward
yeah,
to.
I think it's Jeremy Bolins is the crew chief, and you know, I mean, he may not be the most experienced of them all, but Brad K is.
Right.
Let's give it a couple more races there.
Yep.
That's what I say.
Yep. That's
But
for
they
sure.
certainly look pretty smart over there in Penske.
Yes. So it'll be Wednesday will be Daytona 500 qualifying,
Yes.
and then Thursday will be the duels at night.
At night.
So
It always is.
So there's capabilities for that track to light up the infield and around the outside of the track.
Yes.
I mean, we knew about the track, the big track.
Yes, because they run the 24-hour race, so they can.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. All right, so Friday the trucks are running in the night race. Friday night race, and then Saturday will be the Xfinity ARCA doubleheader.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. And then of course Sunday the Daytona 500.
That's a lot of beer. That's a lot of beer, honey, isn't it?
All that condensed into 1 week.
Oh my goodness.
You need another camper just for the beer.
Yeah.
So
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And then they head to the West Coast. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Or as I would say, the Betty Sherrill's Ford Clinic.
Betty Sherrill. So,
Yeah.
okay, so Saturday, I think it's the so cars.
So we're going down there.
Cars in the Clash, yes, won't be next gen. They will use current cars.
Yes, for the Clash.
Clash.
Yeah, right. And then starting with twins.
They've done that in the past with engine things, different things. I think when we switched to
So they could wreck them.
We switched to
They don't want to wreck all them brand new cars right out of the box.
They, use the old
You gotta
engine.
get rid of them somehow.
All right.
Another question.
Yes.
Somebody asked, Roger asked.
Roger.
He wants to
Roger.
know NASCAR's decision on the next gen car for a single lug.
Well, we think it's gonna be an awesome. Everybody's up in arms, but the most important thing that everybody's forgetting that this car, they're going to an 18-inch wheel. And to make that 18-inch wheel all steel, it's going to add an extra 25, 30 pounds to the tire, right?
Yeah.
So you can't do that, right? So they're going to the aluminum alloy rim with a single lug, which will then keep the weight down.
And the other thing about that is
And one lug, they're going to use the same lug.
And they're going to have the independent rear suspension.
Yes.
Like everything's going to be so.
Yes. It's going to be more like you would see on the stock car, right? So,
That doesn't bother me at all because I'm thinking that, how much do you actually sit and watch the pit stops anyway? I mean,
a lot.
You're watching the race.
As long as they don't come in with the jacks go down and the guys are sitting there kneeling down, okay? How dangerous is IndyCar racing? Those guys are just sitting there and the car pulls up and then the car pulls off.
Yeah.
Dude, that's dangerous, right?
Right. Well, anyway.
Whatever.
So I'm not there to sit and watch them hit 5 lug nuts. If they hit 1 or 5, so what?
Well, they're doing it fast anyways.
Yeah.
We're on board. We're on board.
Yeah. So
we embrace all 2021 changes, and we believe here at NASCAR Live Chat with David Hamm that 2021 is going to be a great year.
All right. So some more parity for the 2020. As mentioned in last Monday's chat, there has been a different winner for each race, all 3 manufacturers, and throw in that it's been done at totally different tracks, of course, yes.
Of course.
So Kevin Harvick is the only driver to have a top 10 in all 3 races, and Chase Elliott has won 3 stage races.
Yes.
All right, so no driver has racked up multiple top 5 finishes. This has never happened in the history of NASCAR Cup, multiple top 5 finishes. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff there.
Yeah, we talked about it last time, and it took us a little while to figure it out, so we're just going to move right along. Last year, 10 drivers had top 5 finishes in the first 3 races. 10 drivers had top 5 finishes in the first 3 races. Okay. So what may this explain? Chevy has a new body, less pointed nose for pushing a teammate. Ford is gaining ground on Toyota. Okay. The softer tire is also being used to help drivers come through the pack. Well, let's continue. It's good to see a different driver manufacturer for sure. And we talked about the single lug and how it's going to affect crew chiefs. I wonder about, if they do it a little faster, of course, they're going to end up waiting on gas too.
Waiting on gas. So they're going to compensate that by making everything a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Some tracks that'll
when
be.
When you shotgun a bigger beer and you can't get it quick enough, you dig a bigger hole and then go right down with it.
Oh, right.
Right.
So in some tracks that'll make more of a difference. I think, plate tracks.
They're going to pick up a second or 2 probably.
Plate tracks are always waiting for the gas anyway a lot of times.
Yep.
So the number of crew members, tools, and choreography will be the same. So if you should be safer with no loose wheels, of course. I mean, I don't know. All right, that's enough of that.
There you go.
So William Byron will be testing the new next gen car at Auto Club Speedway.
He did.
So So current car is maxed out, and what they can do is going to take some time to get used to the new car, patience, and see how it goes. Do we want to get Rachel to call in? Well, if we can't hear on the video, I don't know if it matters. Unless Rachel, if you want to call in and if you have a question, you can do that, and we'll just relay your question.
If you need the number, you can text me. I'll send it to you.
I sent it to her, but yes, that's fine too, if she needs it again. So let's see. The Auto Club 400 had 4.8 million viewers. That defeats the LA Lakers New Orleans Pelicans game, which scored 2.7 million viewers. It was the most watched sporting event on Sunday, and the race was 14% higher than last year. So I think the fans are coming back as far as watching it on television. And so let's read some of the comments people are saying right here. Paul Rodriguez down in Florida says they do the one lug nut in so many other series. It's already proven. Roger Goats, so I think the changes benefit Ford with the IRS year. Your thoughts? I'm on fire here. With the IRS rear, I think he's talking about the. I think the changes benefit Ford with the IRS rear. I guess he means with the Indy Racing Series type rear, maybe the rear independent suspension,
yes.
and all that stuff. I'm liking it.
Yes, it's going to be like this. It's going to float like everybody's car.
Yeah.
We're on board.
Tom says, Scott, I'm hearing that the Coors car is coming back.
I don't know. I could run a information flag up some Coors folks, but I don't know. That would be good. That would be excellent. That would bring more attention to the sport. And I find it hard to believe that Miller's gone. And if Miller's gone, and maybe they'll put the Coors original on that car, dude, that would sell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
And maybe it'll bring them some good luck.
We're going to see if we can get Rachel
live
again.
Okay.
The only problem with that is we just need to get, Chase to get on a Ford, get him over to Stewart Haas Racing with some Coors colors and a Ford.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be flying high right now.
I think that would definitely
because it's just hard for all those diehard Ford fans like me to pull for that Chevy. Well, I know Rachel, I know Terry, I know all you guys. I don't like it either, but it's all about the dinero, man. You got to have the money.
All right. Hello, Rachel. Hey, how you doing? Turn that background down a little bit. She can hear us on the. There we go.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
All right, there we go. We're hearing that echo. Hold on. Oh yeah, Joey's got a great attitude. Every time I've been around him, he's always got that smile, no matter what.
Even when we met him in person.
And Rachel, turn that. We can hear ourselves talking back. So, and the other thing, whenever anytime that there's, all right, I'll get too much of an echo. Okay, there we go. All right, anytime that I've been around him and anything that's said negative, he kind of his whole demeanor changes. He doesn't want to hear any negative. He doesn't want to be influenced by anything negative, and that's one of the things. He's always very positive. So I think he does that on track too. Whenever he sees something like him and Brad getting into I don't think Joey's just like focused. Focus on the positive.
And he wears his glasses. How about when you see him yesterday when he got the victory? He pulled off the first thing. He get the little spectacles right there. I think Joey's one of the happiest-go-lucky guys out there. I mean, nothing gets him down. He's had so much negativity tossed at him. They called him sliced bread at the beginning, right? And look what he is doing. He is, kind of sliced bread. He's doing really well. Mark Martin picked him out a long time ago. So give kudos to Mark Martin. He told everybody that this is the next thing, some sliced bread there. So we love Joey Logano.
Yeah.
And he's like a spokesperson for Planet Fitness. So, Planet Fitness is good for everybody, right? DHammiam, I am?
That's right.
I am DHammiam. So
I am DHammiam.
Y'all aren't able to hear Rachel, I know, but she we are going to work on that. But she was talking about how good an attitude, I guess, basically, that Joey Logano has. And so that's what we're explaining.
Good stuff.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling, Rachel. And we're going to try to get that worked out where everybody else will be able to hear you. I think on the replay, you'll be able to hear you, though. So
I think Joey does an awesome time when he does on Sirius XM in the morning, like on Friday mornings, it's like Beyond the Wheel with Joey Logano. He spends a lot of time. I mean, you can really get to know who Joey Logano is when you listen to him on the radio like that. They really kind of get in depth. And he says things that he wouldn't do. It's like, you and I are sitting having a conversation right now. So,
yeah. Right.
Really cool.
Yeah, I think
he's very personal.
He had that good influence. I mean, his dad's kind of always been involved in his life.
He's good for the sport.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not scared to speak his mind.
That's right. Well, thanks for calling, Rachel.
Yes, thanks, Rachel.
We'll talk to you later on.
Right on.
Thank you, Rachel.
Woo! That's Rachel, everybody.
There you go.
She's a big supporter for what David's doing. So
yes,
we want to give her a shout out for Rachel and everything she's doing.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for Rachel for sharing the stuff on Facebook.
Thank
Terry
you.
Quinn for the
Thank
notes
you.
and things. So much. And whenever you go back and watch the video, you'll be able to hear her on that. I'm pretty sure of that because we did a test earlier where Tracy called and I replayed the video and you could hear her talking. So for whatever reason.
All right.
So the Brian Blaney will return to Team Penske for 2021
Yes.
and beyond.
Woohoo! That's my wife over there hooting and hollering.
As the race team has announced a multi-year extension for the 26-year-old driver. I mean, that would be dumb for him to leave. I mean, really. And
No,
the
Penske ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You want to be tied to them boys.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I may have something in my notes about the rumor of Brad leaving, so I don't know.
We all know.
We just don't really know that.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Somebody sent me a message. It sounded like they were pretty sure of it. He was going to go to the 48.
See,
Is what it is.
that's called Tom. Anytime.
Yeah, maybe.
Anytime. You know.
So
Darn.
Ryan was 18 when he signed with Penske to run select Xfinity races. So he won his first Xfinity race in 2013. In 2017, he signed on with the Wood Brothers Racing, where he got his first Cup win. Then joins Penske full-time in 2018. In those 3 years, he has made the playoffs all 3 times.
Woohoo!
I'd say he's going to continue that.
Yeah.
He's currently
so laid back.
Yes.
Totally old school. Talks real slow. Just explain himself.
Yeah. And we were talking about
Sounds just like a driving.
Just like his dad.
yeah, we were talking about Joey's. He's Terry Quinn says it upsets me when Denny mocks Joey's smile, shows Denny's level of maturity. Go figure. Yes.
Look, I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, me neither. Terry agreed. I mean, Rachel agreed. Said I agree. Denny is not making many friends, including Chip Ganassi.
Yeah. Probably me and Chip agree on something. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, there you go, Chip. Okay.
So Brian Blaney apparently is currently the points leader. Has been in contention for every race this year with an average finish of 6th.
Except yesterday.
Except yesterday.
Is he still in the points lead after yesterday?
I don't know. That's just what my notes say. Ryan Newman was in the garage area at Phoenix. Said he was there to support the team, but no idea when he will return, obviously. So Tony Stewart has joined Stewart Haas Racing as the driver for the 2020 Xfinity Series season to run the 14-turn, 62-lap Indy road course.
Yep.
This will be Tony's first NASCAR start since 2016. His first Xfinity since 2013.
What's the race Tom's going to?
Remember when? That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Whenever Tony Stewart started racing, and then Joe Gibbs put him in the car and told him he was going to do 3 years in the I guess it was the Busch Series.
Yeah, you know that 44 shell car. I've never seen that thing. He wrecked that thing a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He managed
Ryan
to
Blaney has dropped to 6th,
6th.
Ooh.
Drop to 6th. Okay, so
and Kevin Harvick.
scratch that part of my notes. He's not the leader anymore. He is now 6th in the points. If I were in court, I would say strike that, strike that. So hopefully it's correct in my. Oh, I have the points run down. I'm going to do that here in a little
Hey,
bit.
David, turn that
So make
phone
sure I
around.
say it's
You
6th.
thought you had 2 cameras?
Should
That
be
phone
right.
got 3 cameras on it.
That your phone has 3 cameras.
Look, turn that thing around.
So
Look at that thing.
Tony says it's going to be cool making history, taking left turns and right at the Brickyard in a stock car.
If that don't bring fans to Indianapolis Motor Speedway on July 4th, nothing will.
He has won a total of 8 road course races. So the Xfinity Indiana 150 will make Smoke's 95th start
Yep.
and an Xfinity race.
Who's going to be the sponsor?
Let's see. I don't know. Stewart will drive for the team in one race, Indy race road course this season. Further details, including car number, crew chief, and sponsor, will be announced.
That'll be cool. Seal Smoke.
Will be announced at a later date. Though it is likely he will run the number 14 last ran by TriStar Motorsports in 2017.
So
So
it don't really matter.
yeah.
It don't matter, right, Tom? Okay.
So multiple sources are saying he is working a deal to race at the Charlotte Roval.
Oh yeah. See.
So it ill words, fisticuffs, frustration, and a visit to the NASCAR hauler in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, there was a little scrap going there on.
I never did figure out who that was. Oh, well, this is it right here. I guess Dylan Bassett was going for a 10th place finish until Brandon Brown got into him.
Brandon Brown.
Two of them went into the wall. So Brown finished 12th, where Bassett struggled to finish 18th. So after the race was over, Bassett and his brother Ronnie got into a fight with Brown on pit road. There you go. That was interesting. Austin Cindric had a y'all recreate this for us. Austin Cindric had a decent run Saturday at Phoenix.
Yes.
Let's see.
But who won the race?
So Chastain. So the Cindric decided. Okay. So then that was it until the hit from behind by Ross Chastain. Then during the last few laps, the 2 minute again, and once Chastain got into Cindric, so Cindric decided to retaliate.
Yes.
They raced closely and aggressively, with Cindric finishing 8th and Chastain 9th. So Austin said after the race that he was mad about the way Ross chased him, but I don't know if they got into a fight over
Hey,
the scene fight.
Xfinity Series, that's where names are made, right?
Yeah,
That's their slogan.
they were called to the Xfinity practice hauler prior to Xfinity practice.
Right.
Driver Noah Gregson was called to start. So he ran a clean race and good finish at Phoenix. After the race, Truck Series news.
No, hold on. We got
on the race.
Wait, hold on, time out. We got to give this some more time here. Brandon Jones from Joe Gibbs Racing passed Kyle Busch, and it was pretty excited on the outside. Brandon made that traction compound, the goop. Joey Logano's calling it the awesome sauce, right?
Awesome sauce.
So you got to go around the outside, and Brandon Jones beat the world famous Kyle Busch, which everybody said, well, every time Kyle Busch runs in the Xfinity or Truck Series, he's going to win. Well, guess what? Dun, 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 dun. He didn't win, right? Right. You know, I think he finished third.
So Jones is the third Cup driver to go after the bounty, and he is Kyle Busch's teammate.
Right. Well, the bounty is going to be the Truck Series. That really wasn't the bounty race. But it was still,
Eric Jones.
dude, when you can beat Kyle Busch in the Busch Series or the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series, that's a pretty good day, isn't it? Huh?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, so Jones is the third Cup driver.
It was a Toyota, man, but I'm telling you, it was okay.
Kyle Busch drove in the Truck Series for Bellew 2005 to 2009, where he won 16 of 22 races. So we're gonna do some cold beer, warm beer.
Oh, it's about time.
You got some. Let's see, Joey Logano. How about a cold beer for Joey Logano? After dealing with a broken jack, Joey made a hard-charging comeback, battling with Kevin Harvick and earned his second win of 2020.
Yeah.
There you go.
You going with Joey Logano?
Sure.
DHammiam? Who are you going with?
I was actually reading the comments in here.
Okay.
All right.
So that's a no go.
I didn't hear the question.
Who's your cold beer go to?
That's a good comment there, D-Lo. Jones sucked Busch up his tailpipes. All right, Tom says, after getting to meet a lot of drivers at Brickyard last year, I must say that all the Penske teams were very nice and fan-friendly, more than any other team. Number 2 crew treated us great. So, all right. Yeah, that's our neighbors in the other studio over here. It's almost very loud.
They got old folks. Wait, hold on. Wait. So who deserves the cold beer from yesterday's race?
Go ahead, Tracy.
What do you think? I mean, you can pick Joe. Pretty safe.
That's pretty safe bet, I think. Yeah, he won the race. So.
Well, Brad did good too.
Okay, so your cold beer goes to Brad.
Sure.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, well, let me break the tie. I think Joey Logano, by winning half the races the 2020 season, deserves a cold beer.
Right.
So there you go. We got Joey Logano, and Brad K.
All right.
Yes.
How about
And Jana, cold beer for you?
about another cold beer, Stowe?
And
Still winless this year with Stuart Haas, but all 4 drivers finished in the top 10.
Got several here saying hot beers for Denny Hamlin.
hold on.
Yep. So Chip Ganassi, both Ganassi cars earned top 10 finishes.
Yeah.
So that's good for them. Brandon Jones, the cold beer, passed Kyle Busch with 20 laps to go in the Xfinity race, and went on to earn his 2nd career win. Okay. So warm beers. Janet got a warm beer.
Got a couple of folks on here saying Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin with a warm beer. You want to step up
There's
to the
about
mic
5
over
of
here?
them.
Mhm.
Let me turn the mic up over here.
No,
Okay.
y'all can just repeat it.
That's our intern, Jana.
Yep. So what did your what were the comments about that? All right. So
River Rat and Mosley says hot beer Denny.
All right. There you go.
Hey, your intern, Jana.
There, got it turned up for you.
Now she's a YouTube star.
Hi.
Here, give us your rundown there. I got it cranked up. You don't have to get
River
here.
Rat likes cold beer.
All right.
River Rat says hot beer Denny Hamlin.
Okay.
And I think it was Mosley says hot beer Denny.
Not warm beer, but hot beer.
Hot beer. Yeah. I see.
Like left in the sun for like about 3 weeks.
All right. So Brian Blaney.
Well, I guess we all can agree on Denny Hamlin needs some hot beer. We know his address, right? Don't we, honey? Let's go drop some hot beer off at his house later on after the show.
He's done a nice job.
Let's get him some old Budweiser.
Yeah,
That's like, out of date
He's done a
somewhere.
nice job at the end of his driveway there.
My warm beer goes to Denny Hamlin, too. What about you, DHam?
Well,
DHam?
Tree ham.
Somebody, TM. AM.
Martin Truex for his 2nd week in a row, he started from the rear. Unlike last week, it wasn't it was for engine change. But during the race, he ended up in the wall after contact with Eric. I'm wrong. Ended up going home 32nd. Went home 32nd.
Yes, he did. 30 seconds.
Yeah, Truex
Well,
did.
that's not good. Well, when you start at the back of the pack and you can't, it all starts with all the inspection problems they're having. They're going to be, if there's any team that's glad to be on the East Coast, right, it's going to be the 19 group, okay?
Yeah.
Because they've gone to the back the last 2 races, and if they're not winning inspection or getting through it, what is it?
All right, so
Honey?
in the all right, so we got the points rundown right here,
There we go.
and so yes, I do have 6th place is Ryan Blaney, but leading the points is Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano 2nd, Chase Elliott's 3rd, Alex Bowman 4th, Jimmy Johnson 5th, Ryan Blaney 6th, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola, Matt DiBenedetto, and then Brad Keselowski rounds out the top 10. That's 6 Fords and 4 Chevys.
6 Fords and 4 Chevys and no Yodas?
No Yodas there in the top 10. That's
Oh, that's no good. That's
Yeah.
no good, no Toyota in the top 10.
And that rookie points.
They're going to be mad on Japan.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Rookie
no.
points were Cole Custer, Tyler Reddick, and John Hunter Nemechek's in 3rd.
3rd? Yeah.
Brandon Poole, Christopher Bell, and Quentin Hunhoff.
Who would have thought C. Bell is going to have a year like he's having so far?
Yeah.
Is he going to turn it around? I mean, they Reddick has got it going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Reddick ran good, had tire go down yesterday, hit the wall. But you know what? He's still going to be strong.
All right.
What you got in your hands there, buddy?
Okay, so we're going to do a little
History.
NASCAR history
Here we
bio, and we're going to talk about Holman and Moody. So I got this book,
What was it Dad called it?
Last year.
Homeless and dirt, homeless and what?
Homeless and Muddy.
Yes, homeless and muddy.
Yeah, so the old legendary Holman and Moody, where I used to ride my bicycle by there as a kid down in Charlotte. It was down beside the airport. And then my later years at the dealership, we used to take some, there used to be a comfort ride clinic right across the street from it. Anyway, and there's still the old, all the other shops down there, Kel Yarborough Motorsports, and what was the one Derek Hutt raced for? And that really,
Yes, that was the Bobby Allison shop.
Yeah, and then there
And the
was
12 car, and then Alan Quickie shop was right across the way there.
Yeah, it was yeah,
You're talking about behind Charlotte Mill Speedway?
yeah. No.
Oh, no,
We're down beside the
Down in
airport.
the west side.
We're down behind the airport.
Oh, I was in there.
I think it was Diacard was the other one down there.
Back in our day.
Back in New York day.
Yeah, back when we were the kids in the early 80s,
Back where we come from.
1980,
Back when the moon shone.
70s, 80s. So it was, this book actually has a picture of Tracy's dad's
Paycheck.
paycheck stub.
Where's
I
my
know,
telephone?
I know you're not going to be able to see it, but it's paycheck stub from what, 1965 was it?
I don't know, but if you read it,
Yeah.
read the bolded part
Okay.
to the right.
So let's read this. Bold part to the right here. On Holman and Moody paycheck stub that former employee Kenny Thompson has
Which
kept
he still
as
has.
as a memento since December 10th, 1965. I actually meant to shut that door, but for the week prior to that, Thompson worked 40 regular hours and 57.6 hours of overtime for a total of 97.3 hours
In 1 week.
in 1 week. He said the $316 he took home that week was terrific money for the times. Ken Thompson.
Repeat the bring home. 300 and what?
$16.
Just imagine.
Yeah, in 1965.
For 90 something hours worth of work, folks.
Yes. All right. So then I have another page here. I've got where Robert Yates is on here, and there's also let me see. Yeah, Robert Yates, and I got him to sign it right there, which is pretty cool.
There's also a paragraph in there. I think it's page 51 that you were just at.
Yeah, Waddell Wilson on this page.
But Dad was talking about going to the shop with his dad.
Oh, do you want to
Back
read this?
when he started.
Here, you find it and read it because I got some more stuff I need to go over. So, Holman and Moody was a NASCAR race team started by John Holman and Ralph Moody that ran from 1957 to 1973. I believe your dad worked there 62 to 73, something like that.
He started going with Dad when he was 9.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His dad?
My dad was 9 when he started working with his dad.
With his dad, Willie, right?
Yeah, that I didn't know.
William. All right, so yes. And the team built all Ford race cars from 1950s through 1970s. It owned cars that competed in NASCAR, of course. The team won 2 championships with driver David Pearson in 1968 and 69, and also in 1967 Daytona 500 with Mario Andretti. And they formed a partnership after the American Manufacturers Association banned Ford's factory participation in the stock car racing June of 1957. They pooled their resources and paid $12,000 to buy a shop and equipment that had been Ford's Charlotte-based racing operation. Holman and Moody won the first 2 races in 1957. In 1958, they had 2 cars that ran in the final 2 races of the Daytona 500 road course, the Daytona road course, with drivers Curtis Turner and Joe Weatherly. The duo finished 1st and 3rd in the first race and 2nd and 4th in the second race. Holman and Moody Ford drivers are driven by Johnny Beauchamp, finished in a dead heat with Lee Petty in the first race ever ran at Daytona International Speedway. Petty was declared the winner 4 days later. Okay, so they built around the 50 race cars a year until Moody sold his half of the team in 1972. They won a total of 96 races in the then called NASCAR Grand National Series. Holman died of a heart attack in 1975. The Holman Moody operated for several years in the airport hangar constructed during World War II near the Charlotte Douglas International Airport. So Holman and Moody built Fords, won 48 of 55 NASCAR Grand National races in 1965, and it's a record that it's not yet been broken. So I remember that shop being down, you turn down Wallace Neal Road, and you drive on down, there's a little gas station on the right, but then their shop was right there on the left, kind of near the fence where the airport was. And there was a lot of glass in that old building. And I would drive my bicycle by there, like I said. And then there was Whitcomb Racing was the other one right across the street from it. That was whenever Derek Cook, when he won that in that Pure Later car at Daytona, that was out of that shop. And then if you turn right on Dixie Road there was the Kelly Aubrey's shop was right there on the right. I remember seeing the mailbox that had Hardee's on it. So that was good stuff. And Fred Lorenzen was one of the nation's highest paid athletes, earning $122,558 while driving a Holman Moody car in 1963. They were inducted into the Motorsports Hall of Fame in 2005. They ran a total of 524 races, 96 wins, 284 top fives. Yeah. So yeah, so they're kind of a big deal about a lot of things. You have to risk this. So all right, so it's just a few more notes to go over. Kevin Harvick's consistency. Kevin almost got his 10th win at Phoenix. I mean, I thought he was going to win there at the end. He was leading he was leading right there at the end.
Yep.
And he's the one that's known for winning that race many times. I've actually built engines that he's won there before. Yeah, he finished 2nd, kept another streak going. That being, he has now finished inside the top 10, 9 straight point races back to the last year's Kansas playoff race. Mr. Consistency. So how consistent, you ask, in the top 10 races? Kevin's 9 races, Eric Almirola 2, the rest, all these other people, Kurt Busch 2, on down, so on and so forth. So Kevin is closing on his win, on win number 50. This is historic, as the only 13 drivers have done so. Did you find that, Tracy?
I did. I was wrong.
Oh, okay. Kevin and 2 other drivers have finished every lap this year. Denny Hamlin and Chris Buescher were the others. Ryan Newman will be on the Today Show Wednesday. This will be his first interview since his horrific wreck at Daytona.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
interesting.
So Ryan Newman wasn't given any interviews.
All right, say it again. Right.
Hey there. So Ryan Newman wasn't given any interviews at the track this weekend.
Yeah.
But he's granting an interview. Was it tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Wednesday morning on the Today Show. And I mean, it's kind of like everybody, all the media outlets will be covering it. And then within 5-10 minutes after the interview, everybody will be posting it. But if anybody wants to listen to Ryan Newman on Sirius XM, I think Claire B. Lang, our lovely friend Claire B. Lang, is going to be doing Jack's Garage on Wednesday night, Sirius XM, channel 90.
Okay.
So she'll be basically interviewing Ryan Newman also on Wednesday evening.
All right, very good. Sunday's Phoenix race will be a product of NASCAR's short track package, and with a smaller spoiler and modifications to open. That's old news now. There will be 20. All right, so I need to proofread some of my notes.
I'm going to let you read this, Dave.
Yeah,
No, wait, hold on. Time out. Hold on. What?
All
Listen,
right, what is it, Tracy?
dude, that short track
That
package,
paragraph in that paragraph.
Okay.
that short pack trackage, yeah. Like I said, the short track package. Why is it always going to be called a package? That's a nice package you have, David.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, so what are we talking about here?
The short track package is going to be awesome this year.
Yes, it looks
They're
like
going to bring that stuff that we saw yesterday to Bristol, to Martinsville, to Richmond. And they're going to be sliding all over the place. They're going to have 750 horsepower compared to 550 with a smaller rear spoiler. Dude, that's going to be some awesome racing. Wait till 2021.
All right, so
So with this book, it's just a history of Holman and Moody. If you read the last 2 paragraphs, it kind of goes into some of their thoughts behind it.
talking about this maybe so, but Yates felt change in the wind midway through 1971, even as Allison won race after race. He was secretly working after hours at Johnson's shop 100 miles from Charlotte when Ford turned off the money spigot. After the 1970 season, you could see what was coming. He said that's because Ford had been Holman and Moody's only real customer for all the years. When Ford decided to get out of racing for good, Holman and Moody didn't have any way of surviving for more than another year or so. So after other Holman and Moody employees were contracted out to Ford to work on projects, that must be why your dad went and worked for Ford up north.
It tells you.
Okay. Increasing Ford's headcount. John contracted me
Me meaning my dad.
to Ford for 7 months, said Kenny Thompson, who was 10 when he began to work with his father Willie in 1957. He joined Holman Moody full-time after high school and stayed until October 1972. I worked in Dearborn, Michigan, where Ford is based. In the emissions laboratory, he said, Ford was short of employees, so it was cheaper for them to hire me temporarily. It was during the fuel crunch, so they had been me working on projects like making extra large gas tanks and for the executive cars.
How cool is that, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
they interviewed some of the employees.
So you have Ford in your blood too, don't you, Tracy?
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
On my dad's side.
Pretty much.
We all bleed Ford blue right here, everybody. Right? Ford blue coming, pumping.
Alrighty, so well, thanks everybody so much for tuning in. If y'all got any questions, throw them at me right now because we're getting down on the time. But make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe button.
Time out.
And check out DHammiam.com and you can see all my stuff on there.
We want our intern Jana to give one of her favorite racing stories. She has so many of them, but let's hear it from a little intern Jana, and she's going to give one of her racing stories. Come on, Jana.
Too many to tell. All right, so we're not going
Come
to
on,
get a
just
story
one.
this time, I guess.
Give us your best Sterling Marlin story. Come on. You have a Sterling Marlin story that you can share.
Not
And make
that
it
she can
clean.
put on there.
How about a Ryan Blaney
I've heard
story,
some of them.
Jana? A Dave Blaney story? A Scott the Beer Man story?
We're trying to keep it G-rated.
Well, at least we got her on the film, on the video. Any story? Any little welcome? Say hi to your fans out there.
It was really cool when Sterling drove the Tennessee Vols car.
That's an awesome story.
Well, I
Remember
still got
that?
my, fire suit.
David worked on the crew.
Yes, I still have my fire suit. I should wear that sometime. It'll fit.
It'll fit me.
So Jana's favorite story was when he drove the Tennessee Vols car in Bristol, and that was a Busch race back then, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah.
99.
Number 14.
Busch
It was
series.
14.
14, which was one of his favorite
It
numbers.
No, well, it was Peyton Manning's jersey.
Oh,
number.
that's right. And no,
And that was Cuckoo's car number also.
so the Tennessee Vols won the '98 championship,
Mhm.
and that was like 2000.
He ran it in 99.
99 next year. There you go. Because we all know Sterling Marlin is a big UT Vols fan.
So the back of my fire suit has Marlin across the back.
That's right. You got that fire suit.
Yes, I do. It's got the big 14 on the back. I was going to try to, maybe I could find a
One of my favorite stories from that race kind of era or track was my wife Janet finally took me to a UT game, and Sterling always told me, you better go to a UT game and check it out before you die. And next thing we go and man, have you ever been to a UT game, David?
I have not.
Oh my God, we all need to go. It was crazy. There it is. That's the UT car right there. So we go to a University of Tennessee Vols football game. My wife brings me there, and it was like Noah's Ark. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. It was 2 blondes and 2 blondes, and there were 2 more blondes and 2 more blondes and 2 more blondes and 2. So I had to call Sterling on the phone and say, dude, man. And he was in the driver's meeting at Richmond that day. Yeah, he kind of, I can't take your call right now. But anyways, it was great, man. So UT game was awesome, and we have a whole lot of Sterling Marlin stories that we could probably get to. Any more, honey?
We were walking under the grandstand and somebody yelled at you.
That's right. We were walking under the grandstand. Beer Man! And it was Houston Ball's son. Houston Ball was a big Coors guy back in the day. And you have out of 120,000 people at, was it Neyland Stadium holds? If you ever get a chance, go to the UT game. It's awesome. All right, there we go. Any other stories?
Let's see. On our honeymoon, we called Sterling,
There we go.
and we interrupted a driver's meeting there too.
Oh, see, we had 2 drivers meeting. We were in St. Croix at that time, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a
we were
good
going
time.
over to St. Thomas, and we were
Oh,
asking him where to go.
Uh-huh. Honeymoon. We weren't honeymoon, no, Russia. We was honeymoon.
And after that, he put you on Do Not Disturb.
No, he didn't.
Only during meetings.
We miss old Sterling Marlin. We love him so much.
We still go see him though.
Yeah, we still see him. Anybody else got a story?
No, but Paul Rodriguez says he thinks this is the best show so far.
No way, because you know why? Because intern Jana is on. That's right, Paul, right?
And because we're wearing headphones.
And we're hearing headphones.
Yeah.
We almost got a couple of phone calls, and
Yeah.
probably because I'm out of the view. I'm just on the microphone over here, right?
Yeah, that helped the viewer count doubled when you moved that.
Yeah. I'm now intern beer man.
If
Oh yes, Dave Blaney, the Buckeye Bullet, best on dirt.
Buckeye Bullet. There you go, there.
this
I
line,
do have a story with Dave and a dirt track.
Uh-oh, here they go now.
Story time.
I was in Talladega working with a charity group,
Oh, I remember that time.
and Dave called me. He was sort of desperate sounding. What are you doing? And I'm like, I just got to the house, and he was wanting me to come back. He asked if I would come back to the track. He needed to take care of the sponsor that evening, and the pilot had taken the car. So I drove back to the track and picked him and his motor coach driver and the sponsor up, and we went out for the evening, and he wanted to go over to the dirt track.
Dirt tracking.
His brother Dale was driving.
Dale Blaney.
Yep. But I had no idea what we were doing, so here I come. I was still dressed in my clothes for the day, and I had on my heels and my dress clothes from my meetings that I had had, and I'm going to the dirt track.
And I think when you were in a leopard skin jacket too, weren't you?
Yes, the only
Yes,
jacket
yes.
that was in my car.
Right,
was
right.
a
So she shows
three-quarter
up
length.
at the Talladega short track with her leopard skin jacket on, and they said, "What to you, honey?"
They were laughing at me.
What the?
What kind of sand on the heel?
And so when we had to go to the pits into the pit area, and it was muddy, so they ended up having to pick me up and carry me across the track because I kept miring up in the mud.
I would have done that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking, I'm sure
Especially
that's
at Dega.
Yes.
Well, they just picked me up under my arms.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So yeah.
Sure they did.
Yeah.
I remember those days, honey.
It was
Oh, yeah.
Dave and Frankie Stoddard that carried me across the track.
Ooh, Frankie's
Oh,
daughter.
Frankie, yeah, for sure. That brings back a lot of old memories, but I haven't seen him in forever. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you. Thanks for the stories, and thanks for joining me this evening. And
What a great show.
lots more to come. Lots more shows in the future. I think whenever I get into the new studio, as I mentioned, it's going to be even greater because we can actually have an audience come in and watch the show, and I can go on live and I can have callers and guests and all that good stuff. And we'll have a whole lot more room than this small studio. But thanks everybody so much for tuning in.
I gotta say thank
And,
you. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting David Hamm
Mhm.
in all his endeavors, and
Thank you.
especially my wife, intern Jana.
Intern Janet, finally joined us
Special
for all of
guest,
these episodes.
I am T Ham over here. Is that right that time?
You got it.
She is T Ham, but I am T Ham on YouTube. And Engine Man, David Hamm. And don't forget one more thing. We love Billy Buck, Kathy Cash, Kudzu, and Hash for all you guys are doing, and everybody else at WAME. Good success over here.
Going good. Life is good. Yeah, take us out. WAME.
I'm headed to Florida in a couple of days.
Mhm.
I think my wife's going to join me. So I'll be on the old YouTuber and get this phone thing work so I can call in and ask some really good questions, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, we love you. It's awesome. Please click like and subscribe so you know when David comes on. So I'm going to keep sending you the links all the time, right?
Yeah,
Right?
whenever you hit that bell.
If you're having a good
Still
time,
see you
yeah, just hit it. So, because I'm going to forget you sooner or later. And David, take it away from here.
All right, thanks everybody so much for tuning in, and we will see y'all next Monday at 7:30. And check out DHammiam.com.
The Atlanta race. We're going to cover the Atlanta race.
And
Well, I won't, but you will be.
WAMeradio.com.
They chew up some tires in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
And don't forget, Saturday's a doubleheader. Xfinity and truck race. That's going to be the first Bounty race. It's going to be a great. We all need to go to Atlanta. Why don't we do a show from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta's one of my favorite tracks to go to because, I mean, when you're on pit road and the cars are just flying by faster than you see a lot of places. So check out NASCAR Country on Facebook also.
We love you, mean it.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Bye. Bye.